It's Zoon Thursday Live! It's Zoon Thursday Live! It's Zoon. Hello! If this is your first time here, I am giving one card readings to anyone who arrives and answering questions on any topic and having fun. A nice, fun little discussion. And if, to get things started, we're going to talk about my Zoon cards. So, hello. I am Zoon. This is my friend Bob.
Hey there.
And, he makes weird faces. Don't hold it against him, okay?
Hey.
And Bob.
Yeah.
Look at that shirt!
Huh. You like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, I got it in India.
Really? So, if you have any questions or if you would like a reading, just jump in, okay?
Dude, for some reason, this camera makes you look like you're leaning off to the side.
So, if you'd like a reading, just jump in. Just say hello. Okay.
Well, here we go. Would you like to describe a card?
I sure would.
All right. I'm going to cut the deck. What is it about this camera that makes you want to lean?
I don't know.
It's really uncomfortable. Maybe I could just lean off the camera. Now you look straight. Oh, I like this.
Huh. That does look better.
Right? I can be completely off camera, which is kind of where I want to be. You should be in the front. You're Zoon, after all.
Hello. Oh, this is nice.
You like that?
Yeah.
Then I can just kind of lean in if I have something to say, but otherwise, it's your show.
All right.
So I cut the deck, and I can give you the first card. This is just you talking about meanings of cards. Here we go. Woo! Shining star. That's nice.
You know, Bob, I often talk about how shining star. I often talk about how it's not really about you. It's about how you give and support others. And shining star is all about that. Because when you share your light with others, you shine brighter as a result. So, how do you shine brightly? By sharing your light with others. What's the thing that makes you special? Everybody's got something. The key is for you to share it as much as you can. And when you get this card in a reading, it usually means, hey, it's time to share.
And to shine brightly, right?
Yes, shine brightly.
Shine brightly. All right. Well, that's a very nice card. Is there a downside to shining brightly?
No.
Well, wouldn't you say then it would be irresponsible for you to put yourself into dangerous situations in order to try to help others?
If you're harming yourself, then you're not helping anyone.
So you would say then,
Well, like, you don't go to a high crime area and just give away money. Not because people couldn't use it, but it's kind of inviting trouble, you know?
Yeah. I see. Interesting. All right. Well, that was fun. we usually on Sundays we usually ring. We've got my singing bowl. On Sundays we usually ring the bowl. So do you think we should ring the bowl today? I mean, why not, right? Like, so between every card explanation, we can kind of like pong. There we go. You know what I mean? Let's try it. All right.
Tong! There we go.
Yeah. All right. Oops. Man, this camera is a weird angle, man.
Bob,
Yeah.
stop talking about it.
Stop what?
Stop talking about it.
Okay.
Huh. Why don't we draw another card?
You can draw another card. Ooh, dreams coming true. Now this is a nice card. This is one of my favorite cards. Because, excuse me.
Did you just burp on camera?
Well, I burped on microphone. I don't know if anybody saw the burp, but I'm sure it was audible. If you're sitting there with your headphones on, I apologize for burping into your ear, even though I was quiet.
Ah. Hey.
Dreams coming true. It's my dream to
Derp into microphones?
yes, to burp into microphones.
I see. Dreams coming true. Dreams coming true.
Yeah, what's this card about?
This card is about visible progress, and very much like Shining Star, it's about sharing your heart's wish with others. Because when you share your heart's wish with others, it grows. It gains a special magic. You gain what you think of as progress, but more importantly, you make the world better. It's a funny thing about the world. The more unicorns we have, the better the world tends to be.
Oh. So then, I don't know, this still seems like it's telling you, hey, your dreams are coming true,
My cards aren't really about the future. My cards are about the present. Because the future is imaginary, it's not real. There is no future yet. It's just in our minds. So I don't want you to be obsessed with a delusion of, hey, in the future my dream might come true. Instead, I want you to pay attention in the moment about the magic that you have and the ability that you have to make your dreams come true in the here and now. And work on that.
Work on your dreams coming true in the here and now. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. It's generally good advice.
Sure is. All right.
Well, how about that? If you're joining us now, it's Zoon Thursday Live, where Zoon gives one card readings, discusses his Zoon cards and their meanings. We'll just draw them at random and see what we come up with. And if you have any questions about any Zoonism or anything that we talk about, jump in. It's fun to talk. There's no pressure. If you're watching this later, of course, every Sunday we do a card of the week reading.
That's right.
And every Thursday, for a while, we're going to do this. If it doesn't happen, if nobody's interested in this format, we'll drop it. But we're gonna try for a little while, see what happens.
Yep.
Is there anything that you've been thinking about lately? If you want to break up the
Bob,
yeah,
grab that book, flip to a random page, and tell me what you read.
This book?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Random page, huh?
Don't show the book.
Okay, I was gonna show it. All right, I'm flipping to a stop. Okay.
What does it say?
The best work often seems idiotically simple who aren't used to it. yet a lot happens. Sometimes it looks like you're just sitting there and don't know what to do. But is this a case? This lack of needless intervention allows those around you to grow and be fertile.
That's good.
Hold on. Down here it says appearing foolish does not matter. But when you're overheated, you keep still. Interesting.
Now you can show the book.
I paraphrased it from the Tao of Leadership by John Hader. Anyway, pretty good stuff. I think there were only 2 that I think he missed the boat on. The rest of them are really good. And the 2 he missed the boat on, I mean, they're not that big a deal.
All right, let's draw another card and let's go over the meaning.
Okay. Now think of what you just read about appearing foolish and how sometimes when you're really connecting, it often looks like you're not doing anything. Yeah. All right. I'll ring the bell again. Okay. Whoa. Gathering. We get this one fairly often on Sundays. This is a pretty common card.
Well, yeah, most people when they go out, they're gathering.
They are? They are?
You okay?
Yeah. Sorry. Gathering.
But look at the fish. They're there in the ocean. They're under the sun and the clouds. What do you think this card means?
I mean, it looks like 4 different kinds of fish in a similar circumstance coming together.
Yes, and?
Well, they have nurturing conditions for fish, a nice wide open ocean and a nice bright sun. And it's clear that the rain brings something that fish like, maybe more oxygen in the water.
Good.
Maybe more nitrogen, which would probably bring more food, I guess. The nitrogen, the plants in the water will grow, and then the food will fish will have more to eat.
Great. So what do you think this card means?
What do I think it means? I think it means that on your emotional journey, as you're being nurtured by your circumstances, whatever they are, sometimes you gather with people who may seem quite different from you, but are experiencing a similar journey. And you can learn from each other and also have a good time because, like you always say, humans are designed to connect and to gather and to form communities and to collaborate and cooperate. Like,
Yeah. Humans are literally designed to do those things.
what about the creatures on your planet?
Oh yeah, we're very similar.
So then by gathering, we're meeting our own needs as well. We're not just meeting the needs of the group. Because if we're designed to connect and collaborate and form communities, then clearly we are designed to gather together.
Very nice, Bob.
Yeah, I'm kind of moving over a little bit so you can be more in the middle. I noticed that I was falling off my chair here a little bit.
The chair's not that important.
All right. Not that important.
So, any questions about this card, Bob?
Any questions? So I'm doing okay defining it so far.
Well, like you said, we get this card a lot on Sundays, so you know it pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I do know it pretty well. But any questions about this card? Not really. I mean, you explain it so well. I can't think of any questions to have about this card.
Nothing?
No, that was just a really good explanation. Very solid, man. You know your stuff, Zoon.
I do indeed. All right. So, if anybody would like a 1-card reading, let me know. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you watch this later and you'd like a one card reading, just come the next week. And if you have any questions and you're not going to be here, just ask in the comments. Okay.
So yeah, you're watching this later, and you know you're not going to be able to make it Thursday, but you would like us to record and answer your questions. We'll do that. No problem. No problem whatsoever.
None.
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 All right. Well, let's ring the bell. We finished one. That was a very quiet ring. But I guess they can't all be loud. Hey! 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 Hey, it's me. It's Mr. Frog.
Hey there, Mr. Frog. How are you?
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Frog? I'm okay. I don't have anything to sit on today.
Sorry about that, but thank you for making a little video telling people to come.
It's my pleasure. Can I get a card reading?
You want one?
Yes, please. One card.
Okay. Bob, cut the deck. We're giving Mr. Frog a card reading.
All right, Mr. Frog. You ready? Hold on, I forgot to cut it. All right. You ready, Mr. Frog? Here we go. This is for Mr. Frog. Woo! Great Serpent. Wow. Isn't that such a fun card? Isn't that lovely? You okay?
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, I like having the card over my face. Makes me feel like the focus is more on you.
Okay. Let's see, Mr. Frog. Great Serpent. Wisdom. Renewal. Rejuvenation. Reinvention. Wisdom. These are the characteristics of the Great Serpent card. And if you get this as your one card, it means that you're going through an experience of renewal and rejuvenation.
So what do I do?
What you do, Mr. Frog, is you have to fly as high as you can. Meaning, you have to maintain a commitment to being the best version of Mr. Frog that you can be. It's something I talk about often on Sundays. Don't just do your best, but make sure that your best is getting better.
I see. So I reinvent myself as an even better version of myself.
That's right. You see, once you shed your old skin, your new skin has to grow in a little more. It's like when a snake sheds their skin, it's still really soft, And then it toughens up as it gets used to being exposed to the elements. Is that true? I think so.
True enough for the symbol? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You understand, Mr. Frog?
Yeah, I get it. I'm growing and evolving and
step by step, Mr. Frog. Fly as high as you can. Have the greatest ideals and ethics that you possibly can, and allow yourself to reinvent. Shed your old skin to become a new Mr. Frog, instead of old Mr. Frog. You got it?
Yeah, thanks, Zoon.
Hey, that's what I'm doing here.
All right. You happy, Mr. Frog? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Frog's happy. What are we going to do? Let's ring the bell. Ooh. I don't know if you got that on the microphone because it's kind of pointed this way and the bell's back that way. But, ooh, that cracked my ear a little.
You hit it too hard.
Yeah, I overcorrected.
You sure did. Jeez.
Hey, you don't have to jeez me. Bruce is going to probably jump on the bed. And I have all this stuff on the bed, so it's going to shake. Is it shaking?
A little.
Hey, Bruce. Just a reminder, you are watching Zoon Thursday Live, where Zoon gives one card readings explains random cards from his Zoon deck and talks about other topics that pop into his furry brain.
Hey,
I know, you're a cosmic entity. You don't need your furry brain. It's just there for fun.
that's true.
So, we are really on fire with these cards. All right, Zoon, you had me talk on the last one. I want to talk some more.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a 1-card reading.
Oh,
And then if I'm messing up, you let me know, okay?
okay. Let's do it.
Yeah? So, touch the cards.
Uh-huh. Just cut the deck, Bob. It's me.
Okay. All right, we're cutting the deck for Zoon. This is his 1-card reading. This is what Zoon's going through, how things are shaping up. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Bridge again. Holy smokes. There's 64 cards in this deck. 64. The odds of getting the same card a bunch of times is bonkers. But earlier this week, Monday, Tuesday, we got the bridge 2 days in a row. Anyway, maybe that's why we got it 2 days in a row, Zoon. Maybe it's what you're going through.
Sure. Well, what's that?
Well, let's see. We've got the sun here, which means, light and warmth, nourishment. And then we got the rain cloud, relief, different kind of nourishment, we got this mountain in the distance. That's probably the origin of the river, and the river flows down. Ooh. And then we got the path going over a bridge over the river. And then we've got a little bunny rabbit sitting here looking at the water.
So what's it mean?
Well, we've had plenty of time to go over it. So essentially it means that you have perhaps gotten off track a little, off your path a little. You've bumped into an emotional obstacle, a deep, watery obstacle. If you take a little time, like the bunny rabbit, to observe the obstacle, you will also observe how the path crosses over it, how to get through the emotionally challenging time. And when you're ready, you can hop on over here and get on there and cross on over. Sorry, the camera is like opposites, so it's just me getting used to the feed. But how'd I do?
Great. What's the mountains mean?
The mountains. Well, as the source of the water for the river, it means that this emotional obstacle is flowing and changing and pretty fresh. So, what is it, Bruce? Yeah? Well, be careful, man. Some people at home might know what you're saying, so don't say anything too offensive on the microphone.
Was he saying something offensive?
No, that's just a joke. I'm just joking.
Oh.
So, bridge soon. What it means is your emotional obstacle, though it may be pretty fresh and it may still be flowing, you can see the way across. And when you're ready, you need to hop over there. And since we've gotten this a few weeks in a row, or not a few weeks, like 3 out of the last, 4 or 5 days, it's time for you to cross that emotional obstacle and move on.
Okay, I'm going to work on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about, emotional obstacles?
I sure do.
Okay. How'd I do? Did I help you with your, to give you a good card reading soon?
You sure did. Thank you, Bob.
Well, you ask good questions. What do the mountains mean in the background? I never even noticed there were mountains in the background. I don't think it's mountains. I think it's just part of the bridge. But maybe it's also a mountain. Maybe the way you perceive it really is up to you. Maybe it's also a card about choice. Like how you see the situation is up to you. Huh. So what looks like the origin of the problem might not actually be. Could just be an illusion based on where you're looking from. Wow, man, that's pretty hardcore.
Thanks, Bob.
So how am I doing at understanding your cards, by the way?
Incomplete. You're doing your best. Thank you.
Well, ring the bell. No, it's too quiet again. I'm gonna get that. Enough practice is gonna get me onto it. All right. Well, you want to do another card? We have. We have a few more minutes before I would feel comfortable stopping.
Why don't I give you a card, Bob?
Well, before we started, you gave me a card.
Let me give you another one.
All right. You're going to do one for me. Thank you, Zoon. I feel weird cutting it myself.
That's what most people do when they do it.
Oh, in person?
Yeah.
Do you miss doing card readings in person? You know, we used to go out and do them, and then it was just an unusually hot summer. Unusually wet spring, and now it's turning into unusually hot and wet fall. Which, you know, if it's too hot, I can't take you out. If it's too wet, I can't take you out. Do you miss it?
I do. Draw your card.
All right, my card. Bong. Ooh, I'm very happy to see this.
Yeah? Why?
Because I was saying this morning that it just feels like there's one piece of the puzzle that's falling from the sky and hasn't landed in front of me yet.
Well, this is it.
Yeah?
The hand of fate. Swooping down, big and golden, to grab you and put you in position
For circumstances
to change.
So this is about circumstances changing.
Oh, yeah. It's about picking you up and putting you in a new position to see new things in a new way. And it's golden because it's much better than what you thought it was going to be.
Much better than I thought it was going to be.
That's right.
Does the purple mean anything?
The purple is pretty.
Hey,
Hey, that's important.
it is?
Of course. In life, it's very important to experience truth and beauty. So picking a nice pretty shade of purple to go with that yellow and
Green?
yes, is important. People don't understand just how important beauty is.
See, this is one of my hangups.
What?
I often catch myself criticizing just overall ugly design choices and ugly aesthetic choices because it freaks me out. Like, if you have a choice between something that looks amazing and something that doesn't, why would you pick something that looks ugly? I don't understand. I've never understood that, you know. And the older I get, the less I understand it because I realize just how much people have a choice. Like, if you have a house, right? And say your walls are painted a really ugly shade of, I don't know, white.
Yeah.
And you don't like it, right? Now, let's say you can't afford to buy new paint, but you could probably afford a permanent marker and you could probably doodle fun things on your walls.
But Bob, what about their security what's that called?
Deposit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it is in the world, but in the United States, if you have white walls, the landlord, when you move out, will always have the walls repainted white, no matter what you do to them, because you get little scratches and little stains and things. Like right now, I'm looking up at the wall. I don't know how that little section got that slightly weird yellow stain. I don't know what caused that, but it's there. And it's normal when people live in a house to get, you know, scratches and scuffs and stains on the wall, which is why the landlord of these kinds of apartments always, like every single time, they repaint it. And usually, you know, they do it really cheapo, which is why you get spots on the floors and stuff. Even really expensive places, you'll still find weird spots on the floors because they're skimping on the painting.
Anyway, what's the point of this?
Oh, yeah. Just as this random example, a if you want to spruce up the way your place looks, and you just can't paint it, and you can't, do a lot. Every day you could do a new little doodle on the wall, and then each day's doodle can connect to the previous day's doodle, making a pattern of doodles, almost like a leopard print or something, but of cute, funny doodles. And eventually your whole wall, maybe even the ceiling, can be covered. I don't recommend doing the ceiling. Some landlords don't repaint the ceiling. Sometimes they just do the walls. So don't do the ceiling. And if you follow this advice and your landlord gets mad and decides to sue you, don't blame me. I'm being purely hypothetical. I'm not suggesting anyone actually do this, especially if they think there's any chance they'll get in trouble.
That was very legal, Bob.
Thanks. I mean, I would love to do something like that here because these walls are so ugly. The only nice looking thing about these walls are my paintings. Anyway, the hand. I very much look forward to the hand of fate reaching out and grabbing me and picking me up and putting me in a different spot.
That's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to get picked up and put in a different spot. It's unfolding right now. Literally right this second.
Really? Right this second?
Yep.
This is a question. I have often thought about this card when it's come up.
Shoot.
When this happens, I imagine for some people, you may not notice it until later. When you're looking back, say, wow, everything changed. I can't believe I didn't notice that. It's so big. How do you know when it's happening?
You don't need to know. Just trust that it's happening.
You don't need to know?
No, why? You don't win anything. You can just look forward to things continually improving step by step. Except this card means the hand of fate's going to grab you and put you in a different position. But you're right, you may not notice it. I think most people with such a dramatic card would probably notice. But it is possible to not notice until later, yes. But if you don't notice, it's really not important. The important thing is to focus on the change. Growing and enjoying your circumstances. Allowing them to work for you.
That's good advice. That's just all around good advice.
That's your card right now.
That's my card.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Zoon. I appreciate it. All right. I think enough time's passed.
Ring the bell.
Okay. Nobody wanted a live reading this time, which is totally okay. There's no pressure. If you're watching this and you're just not feeling it yet, that's fine. But hopefully next time, just get some of that courage up and ask Zoon for a reading. He's happy to give you one. I'm happy to cut the deck. I've become a pretty good deck cutter. And I will enjoy my hand of fate. Thank you for joining us on Zoon Thursday Live.
Zoom Thursday Live. Join us next week for more card explanations, card readings, and fun.
Yes, and if you join us, it will certainly be more fun. So join us. And as before, if you have any questions, just and you don't think you're going to be here, or you're worried you might not be here, but you want us to answer, just ask on the comments below. If this is your first time, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. It helps out. And catch you next time. Bye. Ding, da, 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 da. That's a good melody, Zoon. I think I'm going to steal that. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.